Good morning. It's 5:30 and the wind was howling all night. It was just beating off the side of the tent, so this side of the tent was basically down in my head for most of the second half of the night. So we were lucky enough the storm didn't come over the top of the pass that we were on. So it's moved away to the other side. So we're very, very lucky. Lesson learnt that storms don't just come in at 4 o'clock in the evening. So yesterday they came in early, and then obviously they came in last night as well. So got to get up, get myself motivated and get moving. We've just taken off from camp and we have about 31 miles now until we get to the road where we're going to hitch to get into Silverton. So we're going to try and crank out 16 today. There's a lake 16 miles from where we camped last night. So plan is to try and get there and do a little bit of fishing if we can, and see how the day pans out. But we've got one brutal climb. We climb back up to about 12,600 I think it is. And that's in the start of that climb is in 6 miles time, so it's all downhill until we get to that stage. So after that it looks like it's a plain sailing day, but we thought that before, and it has been nothing but sharp, straight up climbs. So let's see how the day pans out. I've also doctored my shoes, so I ran out of the duct tape that I had. So I ended up using KT tape and a little bit of Matana's glue, so we'll see how that goes. I just need to stop kicking rocks, and hopefully, fingers crossed, the trail isn't as rocky as it was yesterday. More of these bushes. It's just rough walking through them. They don't do enough to draw blood, but they do enough to drive you up the wall. They just scrape the sides of your legs. So we had it all day yesterday too, basically. And it looks like where we're going, we're going to have it again. So the trail's just a bit overgrown. What you doing down there, boy? The trail's up here. Yes! Yes! Oh, get adding extra miles. Get in gear. We're just coming up on a river, and I am looking forward to a swim, to be honest with you. Looking forward to getting some nice ice cold water, and I'm hungry too. I'm looking forward to a snack. I'm actually starving, to be honest with you. All I've had is 2 bars this morning, just not enough. So I can see there's heaps of water in the little creek that we've been following most of the morning. So it definitely will be deep by the time it meets up with the other rivers down here. I'm getting straight in. She is cold, boy. And that's what we just came down. I'm currently at 10,500 feet, and I've got to climb up to 12,600 feet. So, and that's only over the space of a couple of miles as well. But the views at the top are going to be incredible. We're going to stop at a lake here now, about a mile, and grab some lunch before we start the climb. So, looking forward to getting to this lake. It's had a few good reviews, so I could have my second swim in the space of an hour and a half.
Sweet. It's not the biggest lake, but I am most certainly going for a swim. So, another thing I just realised when I was walking up the hill there is today marks day 51. Day 51 on the Continental Divide Trail. 51 days raising money for the Irish Cancer Society. Who would have seen this 3 or 4 months ago with today's climate? But I'll tell you one thing, and I'm being brutally honest. I seen it the same way I see the whole way to Canada. But one thing I didn't see is the support that I'm getting. From a little village of Clady to Brisbane to the States and far and wide. Like there's a lot of things that I've seen up until now, and there's a lot of things I see up ahead. But the response that I've had from people, like set the donations aside for now, but the kind messages that I've received from people, the messages of support, and from people that I haven't heard from in years, like the donations. Liam Convey, sorry for mentioning your name, but he started it off back at home, and I think Dickie Drum started it off in Australia. Chris Quinn followed up, but Quinn, to be honest with you, it's about time you donated again, lad. You're earning plenty of money. Get that other mate of yours in there as well, because I haven't seen him donating. Robert McGill. But no, to people at home, word has travelled down the path that my local club, Ernie St. Columba's, are doing a fundraiser to raise money to put towards this Irish Cancer Society as well. So I'm just chuffed from the packages that Avril has sent me, from the packages that Michael and Chris has sent me in Dublin. So I have received some of the packages. I received half a pack of Jaffa cakes. So I'm guessing who's at the other half. Yeah, my sister. So to my cousin and Craig Gavin, Stephen, who's getting boxes together and sending them out. And he was even asking what Montana wanted and what Freewheel wanted. And my mum, the legend herself, the woman that gives me the strength that I have to carry on. She's actually sent out a package as well, which has Horlicks in it. And I'm looking forward to that. So, but I'm going to go for a swim. Thank you to everyone for supporting me. It really means a lot. And we still have at least another 100 days. Ah, the mosquitoes, go away, would ye? Haha, got that one. She is ice cold, lad. Is it? Woohoo! Woohoo! That was colder than the river. Woo! What you going done there, boy?
I made a mess.
I want to make sure you eat every last drop. Leave no trace. Okay?
Dirty.
Crispy.
Thank you.
And that's free. You didn't have to carry that crunch. That was a refreshing dip for sure. The water was ice cold. Now the plan is to get up and over this mountain. So I think we've from where we had lunch, we have about a 1,600 foot climb over 3 miles. So, and when we had lunch, Freewheel spilled his food, and waste not, want not. He ended up getting tucked into some pine cones and a bit of dirt mixed in with his pasta. So he got the added crunch for free. So, just filled up some water, and I'm going to try and get up and over this mountain. And these bloody mosquitoes, I'm telling you, they're destroying me at the minute. They're okay up until today. Now they're out in force. One just got in behind my sunglasses. I'm going to get out of here. I need to get above the tree line. I'm getting murdered. I picked it this morning that this climb was going to be brutal, and it is. It has just been straight up. Straight up. It's always the crazy thing looking back to see what we just came through. Have you got me some fish for supper yet, boy? God damn. I'm almost at the top of this climb, and that was definitely a lung buster. We even stopped to have a quick snooze on the way up as well. In Montana, noticed these strange worms. They look like conger eels, only mini versions, in his water, so I'm going to be checking the water from now on. We're going to try and get up this ice, or snow, or whatever it is. Just got to get up there, near the top. He's cheating, he's going at an angle. There's the sawtooth. We're back. We're back at Jim's. Jump to the other side of the pass, and here you go. Here's a whole new world to play in. New mountains, new creeks, new challenges. Go, get. Sick. Another evening of walking through these overgrown bushes. Someone just needs to come up here and give the place a trim. Drive me up the wall. Last pass of the day. Ooh. Ooh. Where did you come out of? And that's where we're camping tonight. What a way to end a beautiful day. It was tough, but some of the scenery today was incredible. Absolutely incredible. I'm looking forward to getting down here and going for a swim, to be honest with you. deep lake. She's fresh, boy. Can't give her how deep that is.
Frozen?
Why did I leave my shorts out?
Jocks are frozen too. You held him up like a flag.
It's been a fresh, crisp start to the morning. So, to be honest with you, that's an understatement. It was actually freezing. So I've been racing along, trying to get into the sun, but this mountain keeps on pulling me back into the shade. So I think we got into the open now, which is good. I'll defrost. So everything froze this morning. So anything we washed in the lake last night was frozen solid. So my jocks they were as flat and as hard as a chopping board, but probably not as flat as a chopping board, but you get what I mean. Montana's jocks froze. The water froze as I was pouring it into my small bottle. My hiking poles froze. So I don't think it's been that cold since the night before we went into Chama. So if anyone ever tells you that it doesn't freeze in the mountains in Colorado during the summertime, they're full of shit. So we've got 16 miles now until we get to the road so we can hitch in. So we'll push it on, try and heat up and try and defrost. Oh man. It's good for the mosquito bites anyway.
Oh, right on the side of the leg.
That's one of the worst ones yet. Overgrown up to the head.
So unexpected.
Yeah.
Just like,
I'm reporting this one from the bushes because that's all we seem to be going through at the minute. And the bushes have now got up to the height of my head, so they're just tearing our legs apart. And they seem to just appear when it's cold or when it's wet. So, but the trail's very heavily overgrown. And I'm also dealing with bad chafing again, but this time it's actually dry skin on the inner side of both thighs. So all my skin that's been exposed to the sun is completely dry. So my hands started cracking yesterday. So today's a bit painful having to use these. So I've got to try and get some sort of moisturiser when I get to town. But talking about town, we actually believe that we can get off the trail 5 miles earlier and try and get into town at Bear Trail Junction, I think it is. So it's about another 5 mile ahead of here, but we've got to climb up and over that thing behind me first, so we can see the trail going up and over the pass, which is just off my shoulder as well. So I'm looking forward to getting up there, but I'm also looking forward to getting to town. To be honest with you, my feet are sore, and this chafing's really annoying. I want to get in before it starts splitting because I definitely don't want sores in my legs rubbing together as I walk. top of the second pass for the day. And what a view. We're at about 12,400 feet. And we just climbed 1,000 feet in about a mile and a half. So, what a view. What a view. But these bushes are driving me up the wall. They're starting to draw blood in some sections now. But we got to drop down and then climb back up another 1,000 feet over the next 2-3 miles. So, see what it's like. What do we got up that mountain, boy? Is it a goat? Or is it a granny? Getting back from the hills. I've never walked through anything like this before in my life, and I'm not talking about the bushes. So we're just around Mountain Nebo at the minute, and the views are spectacular, absolutely spectacular. First moose. He's away. I just seen my first moose. Had a snack. Probably another half a mile to go, and then we've got to climb something like 1,100 feet straight up. So it's one of them mountains in the distance, and then we've got to dip back down again about another 1,000 feet, and then that takes us down to this bear trailhead, and we'll see what the go is when we get down there. So we're going to try and get in contact with my sister to see if she can pick us up, but we haven't had any service, so we'll see what the go is when we get to the trailhead. I picked it again. This is straight up, and guess what? Covered in bushes. I just want to get to the top. I just want to get to town and get some good food. There's only so much couscous and pasta and Idaho potatoes you can eat. So I was craving ice cream earlier on, but I'm now craving a burger with the works again. So I'm just going to devour whatever comes my way. So let's try and get to the top of this climb. It's hard to believe that the mountains that I'm staring out at are the exact same mountains I was staring at 2 nights ago when I camped along that ridgeline, when we seen that awesome sunset away in the distance. So we've covered some ground already, especially up here in the mountains. It's incredible the distance we've covered. We passed over 900 miles a few days ago, so going by the official CDT. So we've probably got another 20 or 30 before we get to the 900 mile marker, because we took the heel alternate. And we've still got a long way to go in Colorado. The mountains are incredible. They are beating us up, but you do get a true sense when you're looking back. But this time we're looking forward. We look forward to what we've seen a few nights ago, and these are the mountains we're standing right beside now. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. And we've got so much more to go. I haven't even scratched the surface yet. I can see the top. My God, this is one of the toughest climbs I've had in a while. It is. I picked it this morning. I seen it a mile away. Sweet fuck. Sorry for swearing. Oh no, it's not even the top. Fuck. Thought it was the top. I thought it was the top, but it's not. Come around the corner. I still want to go. That's a nightmare. Nightmare. But we're almost there. Almost at the top. That's nightmare of a time. And then it's all downhill on the other side, which is good. It's all screed as well. So, and I'm on my tiptoes. That's how steep it is. Almost there. I think we ended up at about 12,500 feet by the time I get up here. Is that it? Come on. Level out. Level out for me. Let's stop. I need a breather. Dang, that's shoving Play-Doh up your nose and trying to breathe through your nose. It's not going to work, is it? Almost there. Last push. Come on. Last push. That's it. Starting to level out. Still on my tiptoes, bud. Still on my tiptoes. Yes, it's leveling out. But we're stepping over it. I would shake the cobwebs out on a Sunday morning after a night and a few beers. Hey? Right, go again. Almost there. Almost there. Be great if there was a lake up here. Imagine that. It's not even the top. Come on. And there's no lake or pond either. It's a bit disappointing. But look at that. When you look at that, hey, unbelievable, Jeffrey. Whew. The altitude might make me go crazy. But just trying to get to the top of this thing. I've reached the top of the pass. So this is the last climb of the day completed. And that was tough, I'll tell you. That was tough. So now to enjoy the downhill, hopefully there's not too many bushes. But I'm just going to go across the pass and see what the views are like on the other side. So, and have a rest, to be honest with you. My legs are like jelly at the minute. So I could do with a sit down and a cup of tea. A cup of tea would be nice. We can see down to the car park now, and there's 2 cars. So, and I can see 3 people walking up the hill. Maybe that's a good sign of just day hikers coming in and out. But 2 cars is better than no cars. So it's a long way down. But we should be there in the next 10 or 15 minutes. What have we got here? What kind of commotion has been on up here? Is this a hitchhike? Is this a cold beer? Is it a packet of chips? Or is it just nothing? Stay tuned, we will see. No cold beers, no chips, and no hitchhike. But we did get some information from a lovely family. So they've told us to hike down this 4-wheel drive track for 6 miles until we come to another dirt road where there may be a possibility that we can get a hitch. I think it's something like 8 miles then from there into Silverton. So it'll be interesting because it's almost 4 o'clock and we are slap bang in the middle of nowhere, but we'll see what happens. All downhill, looking forward to it. we messed up. When we hiked the 6 miles down from the Beartown Trail Junction, we didn't realise that it's going to be a dirt road, a 4-wheel driving dirt road the whole way. So we've probably a better chance of getting picked up by a donkey out here than we do, excuse me, than we do a vehicle at the minute. So very few vehicles have passed us. So it looks like we might have a 16-mile road walk now. So it is what it is. We're going to try and get up over Stony Pass here now and see what the go is. A convoy of cars passed me and I stopped them and asked them to see if the road gets any better, to see if my sister can drive in, and they said no. So good luck, it is what it is. You take the gamble, and we lost. I guess miracles do happen. Some absolute legend seen us walking up the hill earlier and he's come back down to get us. So he's got the 2 boys and he's got my backpack as well. So, but I'm almost at the top now anyway. I think he said he's going to come back down and get me. So, but what a day! What a day to be out hiking this glorious trail. Oh, and there's the CDT. I'm back on the CDT. Oh man, I'm starving. Absolutely starving. And all I've got to look forward to is Idaho potatoes. And up until a few hours ago, I was certain I was going to have ice cream, burgers and pizzas and beers. I ain't having none of that now tonight. You take the rough with the smooth. Try and get into town tomorrow. What a day. What a day. Good night.
Good morning. It's 6:20. It's my birthday. And I'm shattered. What a day yesterday was. But I'm going to get up. I'm going to go and jump in this river and get freshened up.